Teenage Head was a Canadian punk rock band formed in 1975 in Hamilton, Ontario. The original lineup included Frankie Venom, vocals, Gord-Lewis on guitar, Steve Mayen on bass, and Nick Stepanitz on drums. Known for their energetic live shows, they became one of Canadians' most influential punk bands. Their 1979 self-entitled debut album, Frantic City, achieved gold status. Their 1978 performance at Toronto's Horseshoe Tavern famously ended in a riot. Despite setbacks, including a car accident that temporarily sidelined Lewis, the band continued to release albums and touring. Frankie Venom left the band in 1986, but later rejoined before his death in 2008. Tragically, Gord-Lewis was murdered in 2022, but the band vowed to continue performing in his honor.
A man murdered in Hamilton has been identified as the guitarist for the Canadian punk band Teenage Head. The Hamilton Spectator reports Gord-Lewis was found dead in an apartment building yesterday.
On Sunday, August 7th, police received information a number of emails had been sent to a variety of media outlets with information related to a deceased person.
Police will only say they found a man in his 60s inside of an apartment, and his injuries were consistent with foul play.
Based on the information, police attended a residence at 175 Catherine Street South and located a deceased male in his 60s in the apartment. The male had injuries consistent with foul play, and the case was deemed a homicide. At this time, a positive identification has not been made of the deceased due to the level of decomposition. We have been in contact with the family members related to the occupant of the apartment, and they are aware of the ongoing investigation. An autopsy will be performed and additional steps taken to identify the deceased. Currently, there is one accused in custody, 41-year-old Jonathan Lewis, who has been charged with second-degree murder. We are not seeking additional suspects and believe this incident was isolated.
Teenage Head's raw, high-energy sound left a lasting mark on Canadians' punk rock scene. His son, Jonathan Lewis, age 41, was charged with second-degree murder. His lawyer, Larissa Fedek, cited Jonathan's history of mental health issues. Brian Lewis, Gord's brother, was devastated and conflicted on whether they should put him in prison or not. In 2017, he had harassment convictions, but he only got probation. He had a pattern of threats and targeted individuals, but police reports filed but not charged. It was his son who called and said on the phone, "Funeral people need to get here quick. My dad is starting to decay." With statements like that, the lawyer questioned whether Jonathan received adequate treatment during probation. The judge stated punitive measures failed to address the root cause. With statements like, "Funeral people need to get here quick. My dad is starting to decay," when you know you're the one who murdered him, I think is mental illness. Let us not forget that before Jonathan Lewis was charged in the death of his father, the guitarist for Teenage Head, he was convicted of harassment and had a history of messaging people around the city, but because he struggled with mental problems, he was never charged for the murder. His son was known to have sent insulting and seemingly threatening emails to social media people over a period of 8 years. Police reports have it that after Jonathan sent emails perceived to be threatening to reporters that worked there, he actually went and visited the newsrooms looking for those reporters, banging aggressively on the front windows. Again, no charges were laid. Although court documents do show Jonathan was charged and convicted for sending Matthew Green, a former city councilor, a message to a politician causing fear for his safety over a 2-week period of time. Laura Farr, a former city staff member, who is now running for councilor, said she and numerous other received harassing emails. One apparent message appears to show him telling her he hoped she would end up in a relationship with a man who would abuse her and then end her blanking life. She reported it to the police, and no charges were laid. And yet another local writer had reported to the police that he got threatening messages from him, including threats to shoot up the radio station and threats to the family members who worked at the radio station, telling people at the radio station, "Don't play Teenage Head," his father's music, or I will come down there and I will go to jail to prove my point. Must have been jealous of his father. It was a judgment call for all of the professional psychologists, but now his father is gone. Autopsy confirms Teenage Head guitarist Gord-Lewis died from head trauma. And there's the video for all the punksters, the new wave listeners of that kind of music, the Nirvana style of music. They were from Canada. They were the first ones to do that style, pretty much, back in the 70s. Even before, actually, Nirvana and the like. Well, thank you for visiting me here at Headstone Chronicles, where the headstone comes to mingle with the rest of us and lets us know who they are. Always here to visit the people who were before. Thank you for visiting. Don't forget, we do have a tip jar below if you feel led to do so and help this site go forward. I would appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Under the description area, take a look. And my wife does have a new book, a book that she wrote and released also in the description area below. Okay, well, I hope to see you again next time here at Headstone Chronicles. Thank you for visiting. Don't forget to press that share button. Right, chum? Press the share button. Press it. And press the thumbs up. Write a little comment, preferably a nice one. And do subscribe. See you soon. Have you ever seen that band in concert? Teenage Head. If you did, comment below. Let us know. Again, thank you for viewing, and allow me to play you out.